guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you all of my current whips. So some of these things I don't know if I've ever shown. Most of them I probably have, but for some of them it's definitely been quite a while. So I put a poll up on my community tab asking if you all would rather see this video or how much I can crochet while my son is in preschool. So he is in preschool from about 11:20 until about 2:40. So it gives me around 3 hours. So I just thought it'd be really fun to focus on crocheting one day for that entire time and just see how much I can actually get done if I focus and do mainly only crochet for 3 hours. So for those of you who wanted to see that video, do not worry. I'm gonna post it probably next Tuesday, so stay tuned for that one. But this will be a very exciting video as well because I have quite a few whips. I haven't actually counted how many, so we will keep track as we go and see how many. But I would guess, I mean, I have at least probably like 8 or so, and it could be more. All right, so the first thing is, well, I'll show you guys my huge whip basket, which you probably saw this in the thumbnail. So, yeah, it's heavy and full, and that's not even all of it. I also have a couple things over here on this shelf, and I have a whip in here. So honestly, it's probably more than 8. It's probably like 10 or 12. All right, so the first thing that I'll show you guys is this. I started on this last night, and this is just some blanket yarn. I wanted to make like a big chunky pumpkin, but I'm having a little trouble figuring out what hook size I want to use for this. And I think I'm going to find a different pattern as well. This pattern is from the book Kawaii Crochet. I'll show you guys real quick if I can find the book. Here it is. So this is the pattern that I was wanting to make. It's a really super cute pumpkin, but I don't know how well this particular pattern will work with blanket yarn. So I may, you know, use a smaller yarn and do this pattern at some point this fall. But yeah, so I just have to play around a little bit more with this. So I've never made like an amigurumi pattern with blanket yarn, so it's a little bit of a learning curve, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. So the bed back here is going to get messy, but that'll help me as they're laid out to see how many whips I actually have. Okay, and then the next thing is this table runner. This is using the Yarn Bee Sugar Wool Cotton Solids, and this is the color Soft Gardenia, and I really love this cotton. It's one of my favorite cottons. But I started this probably right before I started my channel. I don't know if I've ever showed this one, but it's just this kind of boho style table runner, and I need to get started on this again. I've already went through one full skein of the sugar wool cotton, and I'm on my second one, and I've debated a few times frogging this and making something else with it, but I'm so far into it that I really just need to complete it. But it is a really pretty pattern. I can't remember whose pattern it was that I used, but if I can remember, which I need to definitely remember so I can finish the pattern because I don't remember exactly what to do for this, but I will do some searching and add that to the description box. So whip number 2. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, next thing is in this bag here, and it is the toast and jam amigurumi that I'm working on, which you guys saw this in my last update, so I won't spend too much time on it, but it's this pattern right here, and that's out of the Kawaii Crochet book too. And I haven't worked any more on this than what I showed last time. But I just have the first middle part of the toast done, and then I have to do a couple more rounds around this. I have to do a couple more rounds on this and then do the crust and make 2 of these and then do the jam on the top. So whip number 3. And then this you haven't seen in quite a while. Sorry guys, my allergies are really bad right now. In Kentucky where I live, at this time of year, the weather gets really weird. So it's like, gets down sometimes like in the, 50s overnight and in the early morning, 50s, 60s, something like that. And then it still gets up to like 80 something during the day, and it's really humid. And that change in temperature just really gets me every fall. So pardon my clearing my throat and stuff. But this blanket I have not showed you guys in quite a while, and the reason why I haven't worked on this is just because I haven't worked up any more yarn cakes. So this is my scrap blanket, my current scrap blanket, and it is about probably, let's see, it's about halfway done or so, maybe a little more. And I really love the way that this is turning out, and I do miss working on it. But for this blanket, I'm making up my own yarn cakes with my yarn winder, and I just haven't taken the time to do it. It's not like it takes a huge amount of time, but if I want to make a couple cakes, which the cakes honestly only last for about maybe 5, 6, 7 rows, something like that. So each cake doesn't go super far. So I usually like to make, 2 or 3 cakes at a time, and that can take about an hour. So it's not like it's too long, and I could probably do it even quicker, honestly, like 40 minutes probably, but I just haven't taken the time to do it, but I definitely need to because I miss working on that blanket, and I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like when it's all done. So that is whip number 4. And then I just showed this whip as well in my last video, so again, won't spend too much time on it, but this is just gonna be a little cell phone bag. And I've been meaning to finish this up. It's definitely high on my list, but I got started on another whip, which I'm gonna show you in a minute, and just got really, really into that one. So this one kind of went on the back burner, but I do hope to finish it this week. But again, I just have the 2 panels and the little flat part where the closure will be. Got to stitch it up and do some edging and add a strap, and we'll be all done. So really not that much longer, not that much more left to go. And again, I'm using these 2 yarns that I got from the mystery box that Shannon Talks Yarn sent me. And this is the Red Heart Brushed is what it is. And this one is Big Twist Spice. And both of them are kind of like fuzzy yarns and number 4 weight. And I just really like the way that checkered pattern looks. So whip number 5. Okay, and then the next one I also showed in my last video, but I think I've gotten a little bit more done on it. I think at this point, I'm actually to the part where I'm gonna seam it up and, cinch the top. So no more actual crocheting left to do on this, but I'm using the Bernat Velvet yarn, and this is the MJ's Off the Hook Designs Rustic Farmhouse Pumpkin, I believe is what the pattern is called. And any pattern that I mentioned today, I will do my best to link below for you guys. But I just really love this pattern. The velvet yarn does kind of, you lose some of the texture when you look at it just because of the sheen of it, but I think when it's actually sewn up and has the stuffing in it, that you will be able to see that texture pretty well. But I do really love this, and it's so soft, and I think it's going to be a really, really cute pumpkin. And I just love like yellow or golden like crochet pumpkins. I just think they're so cute. And for that one, I'm using an 8mm hook. Oh, look. It's not even connected to the skein anymore. I don't know. I guess I had thought I hadn't cut it off yet, but I was like holding them together thinking it was still attached, but no. Okay, whip number 6. Okay, and then this one I worked on a little while last night. And this is the it's the C2C mesh stitch pattern from Daisy Farm Crafts, and then this is going to be like a lap blanket. And I'm using the Lion Brand Pound of Love in the color Olive. And I'm also using this Rainbow Rhapsody yarn. I think the color was like Autumn Trails or something like that. But yeah, so I'm really liking how that is turning out so far. So really excited to see how the colors continue to work up on that. And I'm using a 6.5mm hook. Whip number 7. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have more than I thought. Okay, and then the next thing is my Mosaic pillowcase, and this is using the Red Heart Retro Stripes yarn, and it is almost done with the front panel. I haven't worked much more on this recently just because I've been working on some of my other whips, but I do still really want to get this done soon. I do think about it a lot, like when I'm thinking about what do I want to pull out and work on. This one always comes to mind, but it's just one of those that you really have to pay attention to. And lately I've been mainly crocheting at night. So, you know, once it's the end of the day, my brain just isn't wanting to really focus that much on a pattern. But I really do love this and can't wait to get it done. So whip number 8, and then along the same lines, this one you guys haven't seen in forever, but this is my Mosaic blanket. So this is also by MJ's Off the Hook Design, as well as that pillowcase. And I'm using the, I think it's the Pound of Love. I think this is like elephant gray or something like that. And then I'm also using, let's see, the Red Heart Roll With It melange, and this is the color, if I can find it, Hollywood, and it's 100% acrylic. Both of these are number 4 weight yarns, and I really love this, and I miss working on it, but again, it's kind of the same thing. It's just such, you have to really focus on it, and I just haven't had the brain power lately to really focus on it. So I haven't worked on this in so long, but it's definitely one that I'm super excited to get done because it's beautiful. But it's gonna take quite a while because each row, here's the back of it, you can kind of see, each row only grows like the tiniest bit. So it's basically like single crocheting a blanket. So you can imagine how long that's gonna take to get done, but I do really want to get back to this. I just need to focus, get myself focused again and wanting to really pay attention to the pattern. Mosaic crochet is very easy, but it's just something you have to really focus on because it is very easy to mess up too. Okay, so whip number, is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, whip number 9. I think I lost count there somewhere, but that is number 9. Okay, and then the next one is this triangle scarf that I started. And I think that this is like a granny stripe stitch. This is the, what is this called? It's the tweed, mandala tweed, I think is what it is. I think this is the color Cat's Eye, but I could be wrong. I don't have the label anymore, I don't think. So, you know, with a triangle scarf, it's just one that you wrap around like this, you know, once it's long enough. So still have, you know, several more rows to do on this before it's the size that I want, but I really love that gradient effect of this yarn. So I think it's very pretty, and I'm hoping that I wrote down what hook size I'm using for this because I don't remember. And so who knows, this may be one of those that never gets finished. I hope it does because I do really like it. I like it a lot, but I'm gonna have to do some searching for the pattern again. because I have no clue what pattern I followed. So whip number 10. Okay, and then the next one is this bag, this tote bag or market bag. And this is just using some, I think I love this yarn. This is like an off-white color and like a hunter green color. And again, I have no clue what pattern I used for this, so I don't know. I think actually this is the bottom. This part right here will be sewn up, and yeah, don't know if I'll ever finish this one either. This is one of those projects that like I was just really in the mood to start a bag and just found a pattern and plugged away on it, but then just got tired of it really quickly. And it's one that I don't, of course I'd like to finish it, but it's not that big of a deal if I don't. So we'll see about this one. So that is whip number 11. Okay, and then the next one is this. This is also the C2C mesh stitch, and it is a pillowcase. So this was using the Bernat Forever Fleece Finer yarn as well. As I've mentioned this yarn several times, I've made 2 blankets, one for each of my sons in this yarn, and I just had some more like girly type colors left over in my stash, so not really enough to make another blanket, but I just thought it'd make a really fun pillowcase. And then I don't know, I may keep it or I may give it to my niece. She I think she would really like this, and it would be cute in her room. So I have a pillow insert, a 20 by 20 pillow insert, so I'm just gonna make this 20 by 20. And then on the back, I don't know if for the back panel if I will do the same pattern or if I will just like do regular stripes to make it a little easier, or just do a solid color. I'm not sure yet, but I do really like this. I like this color combination, and it reminds me of like rainbow sherbet or something like that. So let me recount these whips because I'm like off again. Okay, so that's whip number 12. And then the very last thing, let me make sure, look through all my stuff. Yeah, okay, so this is the last thing, and I'm really excited about this. I'm really, really close to being done, but this is some of the yarn I got on clearance on the dye lot sale. It's the I Love This Yarn Brights, and this color is just so awesome. I just knew I had to figure out something to make with this. So one of my awesome subscribers, she sent me a Instagram message and showed me an amigurumi that she had made with this exact yarn. So I hadn't thought of making an amigurumi with this yarn. I don't know why, but it's just not the first thing that I thought of when I bought this. But I found the perfect pattern, and it is so cute. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So I decided to make a jellyfish. So I feel like anybody who makes amigurumi has to make a jellyfish at some point, right? Because they're just so cute and so fun. But I just thought the rainbow colors would just look awesome with the jellyfish. So it's kind of interesting though. The pattern is actually called a crochet octopus, but to me it looks like a jellyfish, so that's what I'm gonna call it. But there's the head, and again, just that color is just so awesome. I just love it so much. And then this is the bottom piece that will be sewn in here, and I'll sew all the tentacles on. Let me get these straightened out real quick. Okay, so here's all the tentacles, and you make 4 long ones and then 4 shorter ones. And I just love the variation in color that these all turned out slightly different. And I just think that yarn is so fun. Like, it makes me want to go back and see if they have any left. I know they don't have any on clearance, but just like another colorway of this, because I just love it so much. It's so fun to not even have to worry about changing colors. You can just whip right along and you get this awesome variation in color. But so you take this piece, and I know like somehow we're gonna either sew them all on. You're supposed to leave these tails, so I don't know if they have you just knot them, like pull the pieces through and then like tie knots and weave them in. I don't know. I haven't got that far yet, but we sew them onto there. And then of course there's the head, and then we'll put safety eyes on and a little mouth and cheeks, and it'll just be super cute. I thought about possibly like hanging this from my kids' ceiling. Would that be weird? I just think that would be cool, you know, hanging up in their room, something for them to look at when they're laying in bed or whatever, trying to fall asleep. But yeah, this is just really fun and I love it. I think this yarn was perfect for it. So thank you so much to the sweet subscriber that shared what they were working or what they had made with this yarn, because it definitely inspired me. Okay, so I think that is it. Now I will probably, as I go about my house today, I will probably find other whips that I forgot to show you guys. But so altogether I had a total of 13 whips. And honestly, I'm cool with that. It doesn't stress me out at all. It actually really excites me because I have so many amazing projects that I can pick and choose from, and for whatever mood I'm in. And if I don't get a project done, if I don't come back around to it, it's no big deal. No one is going to put that pressure on me except myself, and I don't plan to do that. So I just have fun with it. It's my hobby. I do it to bring myself joy and to relax a little bit, as well as, you know, gift giving and bringing others joy, and hopefully bringing you guys some joy as you join me on my journey on YouTube. So I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my whips. I'm not surprised that I have so many. I didn't think it was quite 13, but I knew I had quite a bit. So anyway, let me know what your favorite whip I showed you is. Also, if you want, you can let me know what you guys are working on. I'd love to know. So make sure to join me Thursday to see all the crochet projects that I worked on over the last week. And I hope that I can get this little jellyfish done by then, because I'd love to show you guys the finished project. And then the verse I wanted to share with you guys today is part of Psalm 46:10, and it is, "Be still and know that I'm God." So again, another short one, but I really have to reflect on this so often, because my mind loves to wander, and I'm a pretty deep thinker, and that really can get me in trouble sometimes, because I do believe it's good to think deeply about things to an extent. But whenever it can really bring you also into a very confused place, because our minds can just spiral out of control. And so whenever that happens, I have to remember this verse and think, no, I just need to be still. That my mind, even though there are some brilliant people in this world, our minds are not perfect. We're still human. And another verse for you guys, you know, whenever God says that his ways are not our ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts, we can't think like him. And so we're not always going to fully understand everything. And so whenever I can just feel my thoughts spiraling, I just have to bring it back to this verse, and I need to do a better job of doing that. I need to write this verse down somewhere so that I can really draw upon it when I need to. But I just think it's such a beautiful verse. Just be still and know that I am God. Just know that God is the creator of everything. He created me, he loves me, and his ways are so much better than my ways, or his thoughts are so much deeper than my thoughts could ever be. And so if I can feel my thoughts spiraling, or if I'm confused about something, I can come to the place and just say, God, I know that you know better than me. And that is a comfort to me, that I don't have to figure everything out. I can just come to the Lord and be still at his feet and trust in him. So I hope that means something to you guys too, as much as it does to me. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week, and may God bless you, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye!